Well, that fire truck belongs to the town, and we kept that. That didn't go to them, and they don't pay that bill. So we have continued to come out of the town's budget, so there's
like
none of us. And
Your
they're,
hoses, your nozzles, your adapters,
everything, every bit of the equipment that was in that fire station when it started, that's automatically ours, and that doesn't get divided in any way, shape, or form. Everything that was theirs, that goes back to them. The only thing that is considered assets is stuff that was purchased since this territory's been established and what's been bought out of the territory tax money. Yeah, that was one of the things, we did that for this simple reason, because we didn't know if anybody would ever back out or how well the territory was gonna go. So the town of Atlanta was trying to cover itself by doing that, and we kept everything. So everything that was over there belongs to the town, will be returned to the town. So that's one of the good, fortunate things that we have, you know, so.
Especially when the air packs are $4,000 for a set of for an air pack.
Well, we were fortunate enough that we got a grant through the territory, so we got new air packs and everything, and they got the Cascade system over here that belongs to the town that fills those air packs, so, you know, we've got pretty good equipment for a small town, you know. The fire truck and the ambulance that's down there at Jackson Township, the trustee made the comment when she was saying how the territory was established, they paid for that. Township paid the first year, they paid for the fire truck, they paid for this ambulance, they did. Well, the fire truck, the new fire truck and the new ambulance that's down at the fire station down there was an additional tax rate for that the township residents are paying for that truck and that ambulance. That didn't come out of the budget of the township. So, you know, taxpayers are paying for it, you know. And that's the reason I made a point to our truck, it's paying out of Atlanta's budget, not an additional tax rate that the residents are paying on top of their taxes. And that's what happened down there, so, you know, hopefully, you know, everything will work out and we'll find out something here real soon from DLGF and what Arcadia's plans are, whether we're gonna be trying to figure out what's on, you know, going on our own, or whether we're gonna be going with an interlocal and a joint with Arcadia, or what direction they're gonna go. Will be a big deciding factor too.
Roberta?
I want to thank Robin and John for really speaking out at the meeting the other night.
Did a good job, did you?
Yes, they did.
Good job.
You're welcome.
Very good job.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna tell you all kind of keep your tongues. It's getting heated. I don't know how you guys did it.
I was very proud to be from Atlanta that night. It was.
It was hard.
John's comment about the community involvement and coming to the town hall meetings and so forth. And then also Toby's comment about making sure that the residents are reminded to call the police if they see something off. I was looking on the town's Facebook page today, and it doesn't seem like, I mean, there's things that are posted on it, but there's not a lot of updates, and I wondered if maybe, I don't know who does, do you do the Facebook page? Well,
Yes.
I was wondering, well, the one thing I read just this evening that I hadn't seen before that kind of irked me was a comment about how it used to be a nice, quiet little town, and now there's no police presence, and it's just
How
it's
did
a
that show
slum or
up?
something
See,
like that.
That was a
comments
review. That was a
Yeah.
review.
Oh,
It's a
that's
review.
right, that's right.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I was
Yeah.
wondering is if we could put, if you could put on that Facebook page, like a reminder, residents of Atlanta, if you see suspicious activity, please call the
We
police
did
department.
one time, but yeah, we probably
Like
need
if
to.
periodically maybe,
Yeah, we
and then
probably
if
Pin that
there are
post.
agenda topics for the town hall meetings, if those could maybe be put on there, and maybe it would pique some interest in people saying, okay, well,
That's a good idea.
now I know what they're gonna talk about, I wanna go there and talk about it
That's a
too.
real good idea.
That's a good idea.
Cause a lot more people, I think, go on the Facebook page than go on the town's website.
You know what though, you know that review that you were talking about?
Yeah,
I called him, and then I called our chief road captain from the sheriff's department,
Uh-huh.
and he said, tell him that I'll call him personally. And he's like, oh, no, that's okay, everything's okay now. They don't even live here anymore.
see, yeah. But it's still on, that review's on there, I just saw it tonight.
That's a bad thing about, you know, I mean, those social media sites have good things about them, and then they have the negative things where people, just like that guy don't live here anymore, but he wants to knock our town because he's no longer here, or he had something that he didn't
Let's say I
like,
see
or
a county
whatever.
cop once or twice a week, and it's like Kobe said, those people that complain to you will complain about anything.
Yeah,
People complain about you guys not doing,
Anything.
well, yeah, we all know that's bullshit, okay? So, I mean, just be frank about that, but, I mean, I appreciate everything you guys do, and, you can't do it all, but like, over trash wide pickup and how we used to do this, that, and the other, but then they don't keep track of the fact that you guys do the trash with the recycle, and then it's like, well, I got this and I got that, well, then go to HHW. Oh, no. They'll charge, my taxes will go up. You dumbass. Your taxes are already set, that's your taxes are paying for, but they don't, it's aggravating. They don't want to accept that, like you said, like they're gonna call and get put on a list. No.
well, you know, it's frustrating sitting up here because all five of us up here, one of our responsibilities is to be a good steward with the town's money. And as far as I'm concerned, that's the main thing. Knowing what to spend, how much to spend on a good project or what have you. And it's frustrating, I know it is for Andy, cause he has to deal with a lot of this malicious stuff out here. And it's frustrating, because we could spend, right now we're talking about $450 a week, could very well easily go up to $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. I mean,
For the
depending on how
damage
much security you wanna provide. And, it's frustrating for me to have to spend that kind of money on petty stuff, you know, people out here, painting the gazebo, you know, twisting lines in the swings. I mean, you know, we haven't seen a real major, severe problem, but it's frustrating. And I don't feel well of having to spend, the townspeople's money on stuff like this. I know it's a necessity. Sometimes you gotta spend money, you know. But what I'm saying is that if we had more town cooperation, with people, when you see kids out there doing things that you know it's not right, you know it's not right, you know, call the police. I mean, that's all you gotta do. You don't even have to give your name and number. Just say, you know, so-and-so's out here beating the tar
And
out
if
of
you're
their
not
kids.
scared, go up and stop it.
You know,
They're kids.
They got squad cars around here and they call that in, the
Takes a
guys down there
kid to raise
lickety
a
split. you
town
know.
to raise a kid.
That's all it takes. But I'm just saying, I'm making the point that, you know, most people come to town, faithful to coming to meetings, they're pretty good people, citizens, and they wanna get involved. But, like I say, I've got some people who are quick to come and tell me that this is going on, that's going on, but they don't wanna be committed enough to even call the police, you know, themselves. They want me to call the police. And you know, that's the second, you know, I didn't see what's going on, and it's all hearsay. So-and-so said so-and-so, you know. So if we had a little bit more cooperation, I tell you what, to be honest with you, I tell you what, one of my goals coming up here is trying to get a little bit better town spirit in this town. We need people to get involved in this town. We've got big projects going on. We've got a wastewater project, and it makes a whole lot easier in answering people's questions if people knows what's going on. Get involved. Come to the meetings. We got a thing within the fire department now, you know, people are interested, and you're gonna see an increase of people coming to town meetings because that's what they wanna discuss. And that's cool, that's good, we like to hear people's input. You know, so that's one of my goals as a councilman, is get people involved. And Lord knows I don't always make the best decision, the right decision, that's why there's 5 of us up here, you know. And I'm pretty sure I speak for everybody up here and said, you know, when I say we want your input, and it is important. You know, I wanna know what you want. You know,
We need to know that. We need to know that so we can make informed decisions
Sure,
about, you know, we're not.
sure.
One thing too that we talked about after going to the fire board meeting is I'm very guilty of not coming to the town hall meetings.
You
And
sure denied.
I-
You guys are used to
Just hold your
seeing.
shame. But I think as a citizen, you know, you got a lot of people that wanna complain about how you guys are spending our tax dollars, but yet, you know, I have no right to say anything about that because I didn't come to the meeting and voice my opinion of how I think you should spend our tax dollars. You guys have to do it just based on common sense and knowledge of this town and what you think is best for the people of the town. So, you know, if anybody in town wants to complain, great, but come to the meetings. And I'm saying that to myself as well, so.
Well, let me say this real quick, cause I've done talked a lot. There's a guy sitting in this room right now, and I'm not going to mention his name, but he and I happened to be having a conversation about politics not too long ago. And, one of the members he works with, asked him, said, who you gonna vote for? You know, and, this gentleman in question is sitting here, asked him who you gonna vote for, and the guy said, well, I'm not gonna vote for anybody. And he asked him why. He said, because my vote don't mean nothing. You know what the guy said to him? Said, if your vote don't mean anything, your opinion don't mean anything. And I'm applying that to the town hall meeting. If you're not willing to get involved in the town meeting, coming up here and saying yay or nay or expressing your opinion about something, you know, then I don't really care about your opinion when I'm outside out here on the street mowing the yard and somebody pulls up and says, well, why did you do this or why don't you do that? Come to the meeting. Let me hear your opinion. You know?
I did that to a lady at work, she lives in this town, I won't mention her name. She said, "Hey,
Well,
what
I have
happened
never
there?"
forgotten that, because that
And
makes
I
so
go-
much common sense to me.
She came to the meeting, happy.
Well, the bad thing about people talking out on the street, they hear the rumor, which is usually not the correct information, then they add to it and they put their spin on it. By the time they gets to down at the other end of the block, well, who knows what's happening, you know? And that's why I always tell everybody, you want the facts and truth, come to the board meeting. This is, you know, everything here is public record. If, you know, you got a question, you don't believe what we're sitting here saying verbally, Robin's got it right there. She's got all the documents and everything that is, you know, public record and they're for anybody's review.
And there's a YouTube channel where I try to put up all the audio from the public meetings. And I'll give you that channel name, but you can listen after the fact. You can just listen to the exact audio of what was said here. Do what?
We can hear how goofy we sound.
Oh, yeah, you'll be up later. You'll be up later.
Any other comments from the floor tonight? We do have one other order of business. We have a utility adjustment here tonight that we need to sign off on. It was a water leak, has been verified by Andy as being repaired, so.
Since it's that one, we sign
I'll
it.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do I hear a motion that we sign the claims and adjourn the meeting?
I make a motion, we sign the claims and adjourn the meeting.
I second the motion.
Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
Second that, appreciate it, and I hope to see you at
Yes,
the next
thank you
meeting.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We work for you.
There's some good on TV, right?
We all,
Yeah.
we all make the all sign it.
Oh, we don't? Good, because I gotta get out of here.
You gotta sign the claims.
Ain't no problem.
You know about the water.
Oh, I put this stuff
Here you go, Toby.
You said,
There'll be more coming.
John, you didn't, I sent you a text message.
Oh, did you? It's a home.
If there's anything I can help you with, explanations or whatever, let me know. If I don't know, I can get with some of the guys down at the fire, Westfield. I got some guys down there that are pretty good with.
Yeah, I'll sign it.
So if there's anything, you know, with,
Pam,
You know where I
sign
live.
it.
Yep, I definitely appreciate that. You know, as like I said, it's gonna be a challenge to get everything in place by July 1st, and I don't know exactly, like I said, which direction we're gonna go.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what our options all are yet.
Well, I
don't
think-
wanna make a
I
decision
think,
without
you know,
reviewing everything
you
available
guys
to
have,
us.
you know, your thought between West Arcadia and Atlanta, I think that's probably gonna be
I'm hoping that
great,
that's,
that'd probably be a great avenue to have.
that's what I'm hoping, that Arcadia will be in favor of doing that, so, you know, we can pool our money together, because
I
like I
think it would
said,
be a,
not one of us has the funds, you know, on our own to do it, and we didn't before. That's the whole reason for this, and I don't understand why the township all of a sudden thinks that they can do it on their own and they couldn't before, so. Like I said, it was personal, you know, she didn't like me, I had to review the budget, and she didn't like me looking over her shoulder, and ever since then, I've been stirring shit, I was a problem, I was on a witch hunt. And that, you know, and I had no intention, you know, the board president asked me to do this. Because she kept claiming, need more money, you know, and she's wanting the town's COIT money, add to the, you know, the budget. Then she turned around and started, and we're gonna use the EMS funds, and we're still gonna run short, and just kept, you know, wanting money from each entity, and it's like, we got a tax revenue, or, you know, tax levy here. So that was set to do this, and I looked at the budget, there's not an issue. You can go in that gateway.gov, and I mean, we don't have a ton of money, I mean, we're getting by, but, you know, there's not a lot of extra. You know, we'll go out and buy stuff that you really don't need, but really getting by, there's not an issue.
Which is rare. Well, anyway, I just thought, you know, let you know,
Cause I can try, I'm
I got something coming up.
I do seriously appreciate that. I want you to know that, both of you guys. I really do. I appreciate you showing up tonight and giving your input. Like I said, it's valuable information. I got a lot out of what you guys are just saying here tonight. You know, I was ready to, you know, I was ready to say, try to get that fire department open tomorrow. But like I say, there's a lot of issues that gotta be addressed before that can even take place. You know,
It's just a lot of things that change from just the good old boy fire department.
Anyhow, this one's a big
There's a lot more to it anymore. It's not just your good old boy fire
yeah,
department.
they can come up and sign up and we'll put you on the truck and out there on the fire.